Oh, welcome to the channel. I'm Eric, call sign N1JUR. We're gonna take a little bit of a detour today. I just wrapped up a client's visit early, so fired up the POTA app and wanted to see if there was a park in the area that I haven't activated. And lo and behold, Dion has stepped up to the plate. So we're gonna head over there. It's almost 50 degrees here on February at the time of this recording. So we're gonna check the park out, activate it, see how we do. So come along. All right, so we're at Dion. It's pretty quiet here. Not too many people. The weather is amazing. So I'm gonna set up over here by the lake and we'll see what the bands offer. All right, so starting from left to right, we'll cover most of my radio gear and what I use when I'm currently out here in the field. And mind you, the views today are phenomenal. The weather is almost 50 degrees here in February. There's literally not a soul in sight, so it's super quiet here. So I'm looking forward to some good HF. Obviously, antenna analyzer. Can't stress enough how important to have a good antenna analyzer is. They are expensive. You can use some of the less expensive versions like MFJ, and a few others that are on the market. But when you buy a good quality car, you get good quality parts and a better enjoyable driving experience. Same thing goes with your antenna analyzer. It makes it very easy to set up and get your antenna tuned so you can get on the air very quickly. As I've said to many other people who have asked me about POTA, I'm really all about comfort and functionality and being able to just enjoy the experience and not have to fool around with my antennas or messing up, hooking up improper or incorrect configurations. So spending a little time building that kit and working towards that direction will help you in the long run. I use an iPad with a Bluetooth keyboard running hammers. Very simple, very easy. If you've got an iPad or an Android tablet, you can use that as a complete logging system and it works flawlessly. Moving along, I have the conventional Yaesu mic that goes to the 891. When I go out on a dual activation, I take this along with me. And this basically is a 2-mic setup. So all I have to do is bring either a second Yaesu style RJ45 mic, or I have my buddy bring his own mic and we hook up and we start using one radio. And it saves time in terms of being able to pass the mic back and forth. If you decide to run out and buy a radio, there are a ton out there on the market. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that have their own recommendations as to what you can buy when you get out to do POTA. I like the 891. I did a lot of research looking into it, saw a lot of YouTube videos, and the 891 was a good fit for me. Every radio is different for every person. I can't recommend a radio for you because your operating style might be different. You might like a certain brand or a certain interface or certain knobs. Try all of them. There's no reason not to have a couple of different HF radios in your stable. I know I do. This is my 100-watt version. I have a FX4CR, which is a 20-watt portable version, and the list kind of goes on and on from there. If you're going to go the 891 route, the easiest thing to think about is getting yourself an extension cable here. It saves you time, energy, and effort in hooking up your microphone. Again, along the lines of making it easy and convenient for me when I'm out in the field operating. I also bought the aluminum guardrails because this radio, although built strong, can still take a beating. The knobs can get beat up. So having a good setup and a strong protection system will go a long way to keeping that radio operating well. And then my coax is just RG, I think it's 8X. Yeah, it's RG 8X, 50 feet. And I run that out to the antenna, which I'll show you in a bit. I recommend with all my batteries, picking up a PowerWorks or some watt meter. And this is just basically going to tell you exactly what you have left in terms of battery juice, how much draw is coming from the radio, so forth and so on. It's just a good visual indicator to tell you how the performing of your radio is and your battery in conjunction with one another. And then I am a big Bioenno fan, K-Murder, K8MRD, Ham Radio Tube is a big battery guy. If you want to learn more about batteries and building your own, I'd say go check out his channel. I'll leave that link in the description below. But I usually have a couple of different batteries. This is a 20 amp hour battery. No, sorry, this is my 15 amp hour battery. My 20 amp hour batteries back at home charging. And then I have a 18 or 20 quart Tenba backpack. This is what we'll call a camera backpack, but I pack all of my recording gear as well as all my radio stuff, and everything literally consists of 2 bags, one being the antenna bag and one being my backpack itself. This is a Wolf River coil. It has what we call the 24-inch base, so it's a wider base, helps when the conditions are a little windy, and keeps it pretty stable. I have also the extension rods here to center load the coil. I have found that has been more effective in getting the coil up higher and being able to get out a little further. Now my ground radials and whatnot are basically 12 radials, 8 foot each. Your mileage may vary. Every condition that you set your antenna up in may be different. So, experiment. I know I'm going to be working on what we call the magic carpet. So you might have seen that, on other YouTube channels. I've got a couple of ideas that I'm working towards, and hopefully we'll have a couple of future videos coming out with that too as well. Here is one of my lifesavers, and one of the things that I recommend with every antenna. If you've got a base where you're mounting the antenna below, getting elbows at 90 degrees is well worth the effort and convenience, again, for hooking things up. I have a couple other antennas in my antenna farm that I'll go over later with at another date. But all of the antennas that I have, all of them do something a little different. All of them perform a little differently in different conditions. It's okay to have a wire antenna, a vertical, a stake mounted antenna, or just a convenient, whip, or some commercial brand. My advice is experiment, try different things, try learning how to build antennas, and just have fun with it. But if you're anxious to want to get out and start doing POTA activations, my advice is research some of the commercial antennas, get out there, try picking one up. Don't have to get the latest and greatest, you don't have to get the most expensive one. Get one that fits your budget. Get out there, try it out in your backyard, fool around with it, learn how to set it up, how to tear it down, how to pack it away, and get comfortable with your operating position and your gear before you get out into a park and try things out. I've mentioned to several other people over and over again, you can do a K-test. Everybody may or may not know about it, but a K-test allows you to go out in your backyard, set up your entire POTA setup, and try all of the scenarios out that you might want to try to accomplish in testing out whether or not your gear is easy to set up, what things you might be missing. And then you don't have to feel defeated when you go all the way out to a park and realize, oh, you left your battery at home, or your laptop wasn't charged or whatever. You can test all that stuff out and then make yourself some good notes and keep working to improve that setup. And that'll get you to a place you'll be more effective when you want to actually get out and operate. My other advice, which I've talked to a few others on, that if you're just really starting to do POTA and you don't know where to go, you don't know what gear you want to buy, you're just sort of in that research stage, tag along with a couple other people. If you've got a local club, you're on maybe you watch a YouTuber and you're on one of their Discords and there might be somebody local that could help you out. Maybe you can ask them to try to attend one of their POTA meetups. There are a bunch of POTA activators that love to take out newbies and folks that are, just trying to learn about POTA, and give you the experience and show you what they do and talk about some of their struggles and challenges that they might have had. But I'm gonna set up my gear now. We're gonna jump on and see what the bands are like and try to activate this park. So I'm gonna kick off the activation and get myself on the spotting page to go see if I can find a small little spot that's open to activate. And so here's a little tip. When I'm activating, I usually, from my Hammers app, when trying to find a activation spot, which this process doesn't always work 100%, what I do is I look through the list of park-to-parks that are already out there activating, And based off of where they might fall in the frequency range, in this case I'm on the 20-meter band, I look for a spot that might, you know, might work out. Now I want to stay away from 293, 310. That's like the maritime mobile nets at 300, and 293 and somewhere around there is a side SSTV. So that's not really a great place to sit. I usually like to activate, you know, it's a good spot between 274 and 280. So let's spin the dial here, go down to 270. No, 275 seems pretty quiet. Let's give it a little longer listen. Nope, yeah, there's definitely some traffic there. Yeah, so there's just a rag chew going on there, so that's probably not a good spot to sit at 275. So let's try 279. Finding an open frequency is not 100% easy to do, but you know, with practice and listening a lot and hearing kind of what the band conditions sound like and what, you know, what traffic might be out there, you might be able to find one relatively easy, depending on the day and time and mode. Sometimes you might be on a weekend during contest weekend and you can't find even 1/100th of a kilohertz available. Not hearing anything right now. Let me just call out here real quick. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? This is November 1, Juliet United Radio. Usually give it like 30 seconds to a minute. But again, don't rush it because you never know, the conditions or propagation may change and all of a sudden a station that wasn't there on your end is now all of a sudden, you know, booming in at a 5.9 plus. So it's okay to, you know, keep hunting and pecking until you find a spot. You might not find the greatest spot, but you might find enough of a space to be able to call your own and activate. So far so good, there's nothing going on. I'm gonna go up to the spotting page on my cell phone here and spot myself on 282. And we're gonna activate this place. CQ Park's on the air, CQ Park's on the air, CQ Park's on the air, CQ Park's on the air. This is November 1, Juliet United Radio, N1JUR, calling from Kilo 2430, calling CQ Park's on the air and standing by. Whiskey X-ray 8 Juliet, got you a strong 5.9 here into 2430. Roger, roger, the 5.9 Ohio. Appreciate you hunting. 7-3.
73, you're reposted.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it as much. This is N1JUR. QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling from Kilo 2430, Dighton Rock State Park in the state of Massachusetts, calling CQ Park's on the air and standing by. The Echo Victor Sierra station again. All right, the Echo Alpha 4 Tango Lima. I got you a strong 5.9 here, plus 20 into 2430. QSL, thanks for the 55 and appreciate the hunting, 7-3. All right, thank you again. The Echo Victor Echo station again. Sorry, you got trampled by the the booming in signal from DX there. But go ahead again. All right, you fell in the noise. I'm copying Echo Victor Sierra. Try the call a couple of times so I can get you in the log. I appreciate that, Park to Park. Good luck with your activation. 7-3, Zen1JUR, QRZ. How do you handle a pileup? How do you go through the process? I know over on our Live Free and Ham podcast, shameless plug here, we talked about handling pileups and POTA on one of our shows. It must have been show 19. Either way, go check the catalog or hit me up in the comments and I'll link it below. Better yet, I'll put it in the description down below. So if you want to check that out, you can definitely listen to that. And we'd love to, hear what you think about that. But pileups are, a unique creature and a unique animal, and everybody handles them different, and you can't be ruffled about the ordeal when an activator does it a different way than anybody else does. So, just enjoy it. That's really my best thing. This is a hobby. We're out here having fun. Get out there, enjoy it. If something doesn't go your way, just shrug it off and, smile and just keep going. All right, so we have about four park to park so far, and I've got a few more to go through the list here. Let's just keep spinning the dial. Park to park, park to park.
I heard a park to park only, please go.
Yes, you did, sir. The park to park here is November 1, Japan United Radio, N1JUR, QSL.
I got you. N1, Juliet Uniform Romeo 59, sir. Definitely a 59 into Kilo 1828, and your park number?
Roger, roger that 59. I got you 59 both ways and into my park of Kilo 2430. That's 2430 QSL.
Copy the 59 both ways, park 2430. Hey, thanks for the park to park, and have fun.
You as well. Good luck with your activation. 7-3.
73 is Whiskey Victory 8 Sierra Mike. Alpha Charlie 4.
All right, keep plugging away here. So let's see, 271. Funny thing is, when I checked the band conditions this morning, they said 20 meters was pretty bad. That's my little insider thing to say, hey, there's a little bit of a challenge there, but more so, can't always think propagation's going to be horrible and just dump the idea of going out and activating. Give it a shot. All right, this is N1JUR. I am going QRT. Frequency is clear. All right, so that's it. I have once again successfully rounded up to 50. This is one of the things that makes my heart warm. I love nice round numbers when it comes to logging. Makes things much easier, especially when you want to do the calculations for trying to get your kilo. Overall, great day. Sun feels awesome on my face and just keeps me warm. Conditions are great. The park is literally dead. There is nobody here, have had no interruptions. Those are my favorite times. This is roughly, the days I really like right before we get into the warmer weather. Although don't get me wrong, I like to activate in the summertime too. But in New England, we deal with the bugs a lot. And so that's always a challenge. And again, it's the reason why I do park to parks, love the challenges. I had one DX contact based off of where my antenna was sitting, and the conditions had a clear pipeline pretty much to most of the East Coast. I think the farthest I got was Canada and in Indiana. What I would say, and kind of the theme of this video, is most of those guys or gals that want to get out and do parks on the air, don't worry so much about what you have or how you put it together. Spend a good amount of time in both your own research, figuring out what you want for radios and antennas and whether you want to build or buy. But my biggest thing is if you've got a club or a group of people that you can reach out, ask them if they do parks on the air. Ask around, see who does it. You might be surprised. There might be a few people in your midst that have done it quite a bit, that have had really good experiences and really bad failures. And I guarantee you will have a great time asking them questions and picking their brains on how and what activations they did, and learning from them. Because I know when I get asked in my club, oh, you do parks on the air, that's just an opening to having some great opportunities to just kind of help educate people on it, but more so just share my experiences. I don't try to push radios or antennas or anything on anybody, because I know that with every activation, if you're going out and doing it on a shoestring, or you're a minimalist, or like I said, you throw money at the problem, no matter what of those flavors that you fall into, you're gonna go out and have some fun, and you are definitely gonna go out and have failures. Don't let those failures beat you down. Step up to them, learn from them, share them with friends over beer or your favorite soda. Treat them as experiences, because you're gonna get better every time you get out and activate, every time you get out to a park. And try to do it with other people. My advice is it's great to do it alone. I love it when the public comes by and talks to me, but more so when I'm with somebody else, those memories, that experience lasts a lifetime and fuels me to get out and do it again. So with that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share to the channel, as I'm always creating content and want to hear from you guys to see which directions you want me to go in. If you want me to talk more on anything related to pileups and how I deal with them, I can create a separate video on that. But either way, want to hear from you. Make sure you comment down below. Thanks again for watching. 7-3.